All set then. Out of the pits, onto the circuit, and up to the grid come those riders. And amongst them, Englishman Dave Potter in that pole position. Mick Grant on the Kawasaki. Barry Ditchburn, his teammate. Warren Willing, the brilliant Australian. There's Christian Sarrel, the Frenchman, in 4th position in the championship. And that's Christian Estrosi, another Frenchman. And the man himself, Steve Baker, leading the championship. Up goes the engage gear board because it's a clutch start. They're in 1st gear. And away they go. And it's a superb start by Steve Baker, and he leads into Paddock Bend. Behind him, it's Mick Grant and Dave Potter. They come out of Druids Bend, it's Baker leading Mick Grant, Yamaha leading Kawasaki, American leading Englishman, and Dave Potter in 3rd position. To Westfield, and it's Baker, Grant, Potter, then Christian Sarrel, the Frenchman, and Ditchburn going through on the inside. Still Baker, and it's Potter. Potter's closing, Dave Potter is closing right up on Mick Grant, the Englishman in 2nd position, as they go through down towards Clearways Bend to complete the 1st lap. Round the sweeping right-hander, almost 2.6 miles completed. Steve Baker really pulling the stops out with a clear circuit in front of him. Baker, number 12, Mick Grant, and across the line goes the Yamaha into Paddock Bend for the 2nd time. Let alone pass the Flying American up to Druids for the 2nd time. Barry Ditchburn in 4th position behind Dave Potter. So it's Baker, Grant, Dave Potter, and then Ditchburn. 2 Yamahas and 2 Kawasaki's in the first 4. To Surtees Bend on lap 2. Potter's gone through. Dave Potter goes through on the inside to take Mick Grant in 2nd position. A brilliant move. So, as they go round almost at the end of the 2nd lap, Dave Potter, the private owner on the 10 Broad Dune Yamaha, moves up into 2nd place ahead of the Works Kawasaki's. Across the line, streaks Baker to complete lap 2. Potter in 2nd position. Then the 2 green meanies, the Kawasaki's, of Grant and Ditchburn. From St Mary Cray, looking great on the Yamaha, chasing Steve Baker on the Yamaha, and behind them the 2 Kawasaki's. Out of Westfield, Baker, Potter's closing right up on Baker's rear mudguard. It's getting to be a really close thing. Can Potter possibly take the American and the lead? Out of Clearways, Baker leads, Potter 2nd. But it's number 14, Barry Ditchburn on the Kawasaki, up into 3rd place ahead of his teammate Mick Grant. And there is Ditchburn up Hillwood Hill, chasing the 2 Yamahas ahead of him hard. And Barry Ditchburn is an absolute ace at Brands Hatch. And Roger Marshall, the ex-British champion, the man who's leading this year's championship, looks as though he's out of the race.
Something wrong with the gearbox.
Jumping out of gear, is it?
No, it's like there's a tone's got no props on it.
You've got a definite snatch in it.
Going down the back straight, I can't even get top. It's slow.
The others drive on. 32, Steve Baker leads. 22, Potter in 2nd position. And behind him, there is Barry Ditchburn, chased by Mick Grant. No change, and the Christian Sarrel in 5th place. Across the line go Potter and Ditchburn, virtually together, and Ditchburn going through to take 2nd position, and he's done it. A beautiful bit of passing by Barry Ditchburn, who's showing his Brands Hatch expertise to the ultimate and pulling away from Potter. Steve Baker then, number 32. Well well away in the lead at the present moment of Ditchburn chasing him hard. Potter, Mick Grant, tremendously close racing all through the field, and Haslam is starting to pull up now. Number 18, Ron Haslam on the Yamaha, is pulling ahead of the batch of riders that he's with, and there he is, straining to the ultimate, ahead of the batch, ahead of number 24, Patrick Pons, and 11, Bernard Foe. Round the left-hander at Stirling's, down towards Clearways, as Steve Baker goes into lap 10. Now, pulling away, as you can see, there's a gap between Steve Baker, the American on the Yamaha, and Ditchburn, with Potter behind him and Grant behind him. Second, third and fourth, almost together in this race, approaching half distance. Christian Sarrell in fifth place on the Yamaha. Trouble, somebody's off, somebody's dropped it there, and on go the leaders while they are recovered, and down goes another rider, and that's Dominique Pernet, the Frenchman, off his machine and in trouble. Or is he? No, he's all right. Lap 12, half distance, Steve Baker leads on the Yamaha, and he leads from the two Kawasaki's, because it is now Barry Ditchburn second to Mick Grant, so it's Dave Potter that's out, but he's up and he's all right as Baker goes round the left-hander at Stirling's, and there is Ditchburn in second position, Barry Ditchburn second, Mick Grant in third position, and chasing hard. Mick Grant is shaping to try and take second position across the line, and that is the end of lap 12 and into 13, over half distance now, Steve Baker and Grant, Mick Grant going through on the inside of Paddock Bend, and that's a hard thing to do. He's taken second position from his teammate Barry Ditchburn, so it is still Kawasaki's second and third, but the teammates' order has changed. Mick Grant, the TT specialist, is in front of the short circuit man Barry Ditchburn. Grant then goes into Surtees, and Ditchburn takes a wide line, and Ditchburn's riding out. Barry Ditchburn puts up his arm and he's riding out of the race. He's in trouble, and it looks as though his race has finished, but Mick Grant blasts on. Now it's going to be a race between the leader, Steve Baker, on the Yamaha, and Mick Grant, and there's Christian Sarrell, the Frenchman, now up into third position. Baker on his way, and look at the way he closes up on and then takes tail enders, and one of them is number 3, Jack Findlay. Class riding by an ace rider, and Steve Baker goes up to Druids, making it look oh so easy as he sweeps round the outside and then the inside of the slower riders that he's going to lap. Baker then with another 11 laps in front of him in this race, and Ditchburn into the pits and in trouble.
Front brake.
Front brake completely gone, is it?
Yeah, it started jaddering a bit and then just going into bottom bend there. I've come right up to the handlebars. I think the fluid's boiled over.
Yeah, so you'll be all right for the second leg once you get that sorted?
Yeah, should be.
Bad luck on that one.
On the pits wall, Bob Work with the beard gives his rider Steve Baker signals. 3 laps to go, and with 3 laps to go, look at the position. Steve Baker in the red and white Yamaha has got right behind him the green and white Kawasaki of Mick Grant. Grant has carved 3 seconds off Baker's lead, and trouble again. Someone's coming off, and down he goes, and it's Kaj Jensen from Denmark with Pernet watching him, and Jensen, like Pernet, is all right, and so is Mick Grant all right. He's right with Steve Baker now as they come up to and lap another tail ender. Baker passed, Grant passed, on they go. It's Chatterton that they've lapped, and he doesn't exactly hang about. British champion, and past him There is Christian Serrel, now in third position. The brilliant French rider with the French tricolour urging him on as they go into Clearways. And two more off. Clearways is claiming them. It's Estrosi, Christian Estrosi and Michel Rougerie on their Yamahas. Both okay, as you can see. And so now Ron Haslam ahead of Warren Willing is chasing from 4th and 5th position. Baker, Grant in 2nd position. And a terrific scrap going on for that 4th position. Lap 22, and it's Haslam, Willing, and now John Newbold is coming up. There he is, the last of those three. It's John Newbold on last year's 3-cylinder Suzuki, an old machine loaned to him especially for this race, and he's up with the leaders. 23 laps completed, that means 1 lap to go, and there is the second place man, Mick Grant, and the leader just ahead of him. Now, has Mick Grant got anything left to catch up on Steve Baker and get past him? We'll see. Druids. Down to Graham Hill Bend, number 32, the leader, Steve Baker. 2 miles to go. The Cooper Straight. Into Surtees, and where is Mick Grant? There he is, and surely he's too far back. Well, there's Baker, and he's equal Barry Sheen's all-time lap record of Brands Hatch of 98.2 miles an hour. Getting a terrific speed wobble on as he goes into Clearways for the 24th and last time on this leg. But there's still another 24 laps to go in this 2-leg race as Baker crosses the line to win. Mick Grant in 2nd position. And Christian Serrel on the Yamaha in 3rd place. The diminutive Steve Baker, who looks as though he hasn't got the strength to ride a bike, but he has.
Huh? So hard on your arms, always. Craig? Yeah.
You right? No problems? No problem.
It's hard work.
I can see that this morning.
Yeah.
But the bike's going
everything
good?
worked good, yeah. It's good. We've got all these corners that, as you get into them, they drop off, and it's really hard on the tires, so if they're in there a little too hot, it'll let go pretty quick.
But apart from a lot of lost sweat, everything's all right for the second leg.
Yeah.
Good luck, Steve.
A great but not unexpected win then for Steve Baker. But what about that second man, Mick Grant?
Good ride, Mick. 2nd place in first leg.
Thank you, Tommy.
You appeared to close on Steve towards the end, and then he got that little bit at the end. Was that you tiring?
I was catching Steve quite well, and then I perhaps tried a little bit too hard, and about 3 laps from the end, I made a couple of mistakes. So I thought, really, with the race being in 2 legs, better to finish second than maybe fall off.
So can Mick Grant turn the tables on Steve Baker with another leg, another 24 laps to go, and stop Steve getting another overall victory? She's settled for the vital 2nd leg, another 24 laps. The 1st leg winner, Steve Baker. Next to him, the 2nd place man, Mick Grant, and who will it be this time? Mick Grant, perhaps? Or Christian Serrel, the Frenchman, who was 3rd. Patrick Pons, his teammate, 7th in the 1st leg. Hubert Rigal from Monte Carlo, 8th. Engage gear. Rev up the engines. Hold in the clutch. Go! And Steve Baker wheelies away. 120 horsepower goes down through the rear tire into Paddock Bend again. First on the 2nd leg, it's Baker. Out of Druids, it's Baker, and it's Warren Willing, the Australian, in 2nd position, and Ron Haslam, the Englishman, in 3rd place. That's a terrific start for Haslam, and he's going to go up and try and take Warren Willing as they go into Surtees on lap 1. Westfield. It's Baker. It's still Willing. And it's still Haslam. motorcycle racing, and here is Baker, Willing, Haslam, and behind him in fourth position, it's Grant, and then Ditchburn. To the end of lap 1, Baker streaking down towards the line and over it, 2.65 miles completed, and he's got about a second's lead as he goes into paddock. Ron Haslam has gone through to second position. The Englishman is up to second, ahead of Willing. And there is Baker, and now Haslam's going to set about him. Willing, and then the Kawasaki. And behind Grant on the Kawasaki, it's Saron, the Frenchman. And the rest stream through. The tables are turned, but it's Haslam who's turning them. The brilliant Ron Haslam. There he is, number 18 in second place, riding his heart out. Druids on lap 3. And Ron Haslam has got Christian Saron right behind him as Baker goes through, and there is the style of the 20-year-old English rider from the Midlands as he goes into Surtees, round the left-hander, up towards Hawthorne. From Hawthorne to Westfield, and Haslam is gaining. Haslam is gaining on Steve Baker, and Christian Saron has moved up into third position ahead of Mick Grant on the Kawasaki. As they come to Stirling's, Baker leads. What a pace on lap 3 with 21 to go. It's Haslam in second place, Saron third, Grant, and then Ditchburn. Newbold on the amazing Suzuki 3-cylinder goes over the crest of that. And Roger Marshall's off. Roger Marshall, the Yamaha rider, ex-British champion, off, but he looks all right. He's obviously hurt his leg, trying to get his helmet off, get some air. Roger Marshall out of the race, and again the marshalling shows absolutely superbly. And Baker crosses the line to complete another lap. Steve Baker into paddock, Ron Haslam in second position. Baker uphill Woodhill, an amazingly cool, now very experienced rider, Steve Baker. What class he's showing in this race. He led every lap of the first leg. He has led from the flag fall in this leg, and it looks as though he is absolutely unstoppable as he goes along the Cooper Straight into Surtees. Haslam is trying desperately to catch him, and he's not so very far behind him either. Stirling's, and it's Baker, Haslam, Saron, and Grant. Grant is off. Big Grant has come off as Haslam goes round the left-hander. The next one round is Saron, and then it's Ditchburn, and yes, it's Newbold then, up to fifth position. And Baker and Haslam are joining the fight. Ron Haslam is definitely carving down Steve Baker's lead as they go into lap 6. Baker leads. Haslam. Christian Saron. Ditchburn. Newbold, Fons, Willing and Fowl. And there is Mick Grant walking in. The unfortunate Mick Grant, who put up such a terrific performance to finish second in the first leg, is out of this one, but happily he looked perfectly okay. And the third and fourth men go through to complete the lap. And it's Saron chased by Barry Ditchburn on the Kawasaki. Ditchburn closing up, he's going to try and take Saron and Druids. Is he going to get past him as they go behind the trees? And the answer is no. Christian Saron has shut the door. And as they go into Graham Hill then, the Yamaha lead the Kawasaki still. And Ditchburn's going right up alongside him. He's going to take him on. And Surtees, is he? A beautiful ride. Right round the outside of Christian Saron as though he's a newcomer. Goes Barry Ditchburn. And Baker still leads. And Haslam is still chasing him. It's Yamaha, but now there's a Kawasaki in third position. And there's Baker. in second position. There are Barry Ditchburn and Christian Sarrel coming towards us, and Ditchburn's pulling out a lead over Sarrel for third position. But here's a man whose race is over. Mick Grant has completed this lap on foot.
What happened, Nick?
I'm afraid I crashed.
Well, where did this happen?
I was at the corner after Dingle Dell there. I was trying to get under Christian Sarrel.
Yeah.
And there wasn't just quite as much room as I thought there was. And to miss him, I got to put it down.
What about you yourself? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
And the bicycle?
A bit depressed.
Yeah.
I'm not as depressed as the bike is, but...
Sure, but the main thing is that you yourself are okay.
I'm okay, but a little bit disappointed, obviously.
Naturally, after going so well in the first leg, you must be. Anyway, better luck next time out, Nick. Great.
Yes, Tommy,
Thank you.
Disappointed, yes, but that won't put Mick Grant down. Nothing ever does. He's the most cheerful man in motorcycle sport. And back in the race, it's lap 10 and Steve Baker leads. Ditchburn battling for third place still with Christian Sarrel. Steve Baker there, almost at the end of yet another lap. The battle for fifth position, 16, John Newbold, 24, Patrick Pons, 10, Warren Willing from Australia, virtually together. Lap 12, Steve Baker at Druids. And can Ron Haslam do anything about him? Where is the man from Langley Mill? As 32, Steve Baker, the leader, just about halfway through the race, goes into Surtees. There is the answer, and there is Sarrel. Sarrel up into third position, ahead of Barry Ditchburn. The Frenchman has got ahead of the Englishman, and Barry is again trying to take Sarrel at Surtees, but this time he fails. Haslam really winding it up. Just look at this. And just look at this. Ditchburn, 14, right behind Sarrel, looking for an opportunity to pass all the way round the circuit. Newbold, Willing is up into sixth position. Pons is down a place, and Newbold is still holding that fifth place on the three-cylinder Suzuki. Lap 14. Sarrel and Ditchburn up Halewood Hill together, into Druids together, out of Druids together, and down to Graham Hill. Along the Cooper Straight, and Ditchburn shaping up to pass. This is where he did it once and he tried before. And he does it again. Barry Ditchburn right around Sarrel as Warren Willing goes ahead of John Newbold. The places are changing through the field as the pace is hotting up and the race gets towards its closing stages, and Regal has gone ahead of Patrick Pons. But still, 32, Steve Baker leads. He's setting the pace. Haslam second as they go into Dingle Dell. And out of it comes Steve Baker into Stirling's. It's amazing the way the American gets the weight out on the corners. Keeps the bike up as much as he can, and it's amazing the way that Ron Haslam is going too. There he is, he's pulled right away from the third place man. He's trying desperately to gain on Baker, and Baker is going through to take two tail-enders and lap them. Ron Haslam in second position on his own and setting his own pace, and it's a tremendously fast one. If Haslam finishes in second place in this race, it'll be the best ride of his career. Barry Ditchburn, 14, still in third position. And Patrick Pons, climbing up through the field, is now alone as he rides into Surtees. Lap 22, just 2 laps to go at the end of this one, and the man who has dominated this Formula 750 World Championship event at Brands Hatch and looks as though he's going to win the World Championship this year. 32, Steve Baker is on his way. Haslam still in second position. Ditchburn is in third place. Christian Sarrel is fourth. Has moved up a place into fifth position. Number 16, John Newbold is sixth, and right behind him, Warren Willing is challenging in seventh place. They go into Clearways, and Steve Baker crosses the line to start his last lap into Paddock Bend. Haslam has gained, but not enough. He goes into Paddock, down the descent, takes the right line up Halewood, peels off for Druids. And it's Barry Ditchburn, number 14 on the Kawasaki, in third position. And Sarrel is off. Christian Sarrel, the Frenchman, in fourth place, off on the last lap after having finished third in the first leg, certain for championship points. And again, the marshals are out with the flags immediately as Baker goes round, halfway round the lap. Haslam, there he is, in second position. And Baker comes up to Stirling's, almost home on the last lap. Phenomenon of road racing, Steve Baker, in his first full season of European Championship racing, is showing everybody the way to do it. Another superb win in this Formula 750 Championship event at Brands Hatch. And as he tours in, up to the line, across it to take second place, goes Ron Haslam and lap 2 tail enders. And it's Barry Ditchburn on the Kawasaki in third position. But Steve Baker, his race run, his glasses off, his helmet coming off any moment now, is all smiles, and so he should be.
Yeah, please.
Straight water.
Did Grant go down?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, Dingle he's okay. He's walked back. Yeah, he's walked back.
Yeah, I saw him walking.
He was fine.
Yeah.
That gives you another 15 points. That's 67 points total now. Are you now in an unbeatable position?
No, we've got too many rounds left to the 750. We've got, I think, 5 more rounds.
Yeah.
So we just got to keep.
So we all go like that, you'd be happy.
Yeah, right.
With his race completed and with the knowledge that he's won £5,000 for it, Steve Baker receives the laurel wreath from his friend, world champion in the 500 class, Barry Sheed. And now the chance for the crowd all around the circuit to see their heroes. On the left, Ron Haslam, second. In the middle, Steve Baker, the winner. On the right, the third place man, a brilliant ride, John Newbold.